Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Manny over here, and today is a very special day because there are two things happening today. Firstly, it's a Premier League prediction video. Secondly, we have two giveaways to talk to you about. One of them I'll tell you about now, and the other one I'll tell you about at the end, so at least you've got something to look forward to. So the first thing is, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, share. Do that first. And then secondly, the giveaway that I wanted to talk to you about is a FIFA 21 giveaway. The details will be in the description down below. And the second giveaway I'll talk to you about later. So let's get into the video. Right guys, so as you know, it's a Premier League prediction table. And I'm going to have one of the tables up here or here, wherever I decide. I think there's more space here. So yeah, let's put the table here. So I'm going to put the table here and we're going to go bottom 10 and then we're going to go top 10, I think. So, in number 20th, I just think it's going to have to be Fulham. Like, we're going straight into this video, we're going to be brutal, and because I'm a streamer, not actually a footballer, I watch football here and there, so this is just based on my knowledge, it's my opinion. Guys, I like creating debates, I like, not creating arguments, but I like talking about it. And if you think I'm wrong, please drop it in the comments below, we'll have a little conversation. But yeah, I think Fulham are going to go straight back down. I'm not convinced by Scott Parker at all. Their striking power with Mitrovic, I just don't rate him. Like, I think his temperament is not there. He's very good at taking penalties. And yeah, I mean, he's also very good at getting red cards. So you don't really want that from a striker. I mean, you can expect that from a defender, but with Mitrovic, you get it with your striker. So yeah, Fulham in 20th. In 19th, is West Brom. Surprise, surprise. The two people that have come up, the two teams rather that have come up, are going straight back down, in my opinion. I think it's West Brom. I'm just not convinced by the style of play, and if they can stay up, it would be nice for them to stay up. But I'm just not convinced. I've got nothing more to say about it. I just think that they're going to go back down. 18th. This one is going to shock you all, because this one I just feel like it's quite a wild entry. I think this one's quite a wild entry, and it's Newcastle. I mean, I put Newcastle in here because of the Saudi-backed takeover that just went to shit, basically. It just went downhill. And now they've got, I think, an American consortium trying to buy the club. And yeah, if they buy the club, then I don't think they'll go down. I just feel like morale's very low right now at the club. And also, I believe they lost 5-1 to Middlesbrough in pre-season. Like, Middlesbrough, guys. Can we just deep that? 5-1 as well. That's a huge scoreline to lose by. That is a massive scoreline to lose by. And it's surprising that I put Aston Villa at number 17. The reason why I've done that is because I feel like Jack Grealish is going to pull an even madder season this year. I feel like Aston Villa will be comfortable at the beginning and then just start struggling. But I definitely put all of Aston Villa's future in the Premier League on Jack Grealish's head. Like, he is that good of a player that he can carry them to another Premier League campaign, and I know that he can do it. We've seen him do it. Like, obviously they were lucky this year, but Aston Villa are just not that great, and Jack Grealish is amazing. Like, I believe in 25 minutes in the England game that he just played, he had more chances created than Sancho, Kane, Sterling, and I was just thinking, he was on the bench for most of the game. So that just tells you how good he is. Brighton. Where Brighton are concerned, I just feel like I do like their style of play. I know that they're going to come in 16th. Well, I don't know, but I think they're going to come in 16th. And the reason being is because they had a quite comfortable season last year. And yeah, they weren't the best. They didn't play the best football. But when they needed to turn up, they turned up and they survived. I think they're going to do it again. The style of play they play, it's nice to watch. It's nice to watch sometimes, and I do think that players that they have in their club, such as Morpay, will definitely thrive under the system. Definitely. Right guys, number 15. So 15, I've put Burnley. The reason I put Burnley is because of the football they play. I don't really like watching Burnley, but they get results, and they've been getting results for a very, very long time. Yeah, that's all I really need to say. I'm just whizzing through this. I don't want it to be like a 45, 50-minute video. So yeah, Burnley 15th. Next, I'm going to go with West Ham at 14th. I'm just not convinced by David Moyes. I don't really rate him as a coach. Maybe it's because of his time at Manchester United. I just think that he's got so much to prove, and he's just not done anything since he's left Everton. Like seriously, he's not that great a coach in my eyes. And also, I believe they sold their best player, well, their best youngster as well, for 28 million, and they didn't even replace him. I believe they wanted Ben Rama, and they can't even get him. He's in the Championship. Now 13th. Now this one's another wild card. Although I like Chris Wilder a lot, I'm going to have to say Sheffield United. I'm going to have to. Only because I feel like this year they'll struggle a little bit. They'll be comfortable. They'll stay in the Premier League. I just feel like they'll struggle a little bit. Like towards the end of last season, everyone was figuring them out. And I just feel like that's going to happen again. I just feel like everyone's going to figure them out. They're going to get draws. They're going to get wins. But yeah, it's just going to be that kind of football. I mean, they still have players like Ollie McBurney who don't even start most games and is actually amazing. He's actually pretty good. So I'm actually excited to see Sheffield United play this season, and I hope they do prove me wrong and go higher. Next, I might actually go with Southampton. The reason why I'm going to go with Southampton at 12 is because Southampton are always that team that are just consistently in the Premier League. They're just here. So yeah, I don't think anything's really going to happen to them. I think they're going to just stay towards mid-table, lower mid-table, even towards the relegation zone, but I don't think they'll get relegated at all. With Højbjerg out of their club, I just feel like it's going to be a lot harder for them to do well and be in the top half of the table. So I definitely think that they will be in the bottom half of the table. And this one's probably a shock to everyone, yeah, and rightly so. I mean, I put Crystal Palace at number 11, maybe because they're close to home, but also because there are players such as Easy, who's just come in. Yeah, and guys, if you haven't checked him out, this guy is a baller. Yeah, and he is the guy that Palace have been crying out for years, because they've got Zaha, but they've got no one behind him to unlock that final pass. Now they've got Easy. Hopefully he can adapt, and if he does, you will see a mad season from Wilfried Zaha. Like, trust me, you will see a madness. So mark my words, we can potentially see a Crystal Palace upset over here. So that's the bottom half of the table. I sped through that like there was no tomorrow. That was bare quick. But yeah, let's carry on and speed it up even more. In number 10, guys, you guys are probably like, oh, this guy hasn't even said Leeds yet. Well, Leeds are not 10th. Everton are. Everton are 10th because they've made all these signings, and every year they make these signings. And I do rate Carlo Ancelotti. I do. But they've made signings such as James Rodriguez, Allen, Doucouré, and I'm not convinced, because those three in midfield technically should work together as well, which is a great thing, but they still have a Iwobi in their team. I just don't think their team will gel. I think they will come 10th. I don't rate Pickford either. Now in number 9 place, I've put Leeds. The reason I put Leeds is because Leeds actually have a solid foundation, a style of play, and they've got Marcelo Bielsa. Like, Marcelo Bielsa is one of the best managers in the world, and he wasn't even in the Premier League till now. That is just crazy. He's a tactical genius. He tries new things all the time. Not all the time it works. We know that. That's why I'm putting him 9th. If it was to work all the time, he'd be 1st, but I doubt that. I doubt that he could take Leeds to a title. That is definitely not happening. But I think that Leeds will get an upset. Loads of people are saying to me on stream, especially, that Leeds are so overrated. When you watch Leeds play, tell me they're overrated. I don't think so. The way they destroyed the Championship last year, I honestly think that they can do a Sheffield United. I honestly believe that. This is the top 8. This is where my knowledge comes in, because I actually know these clubs inside out. Well, not inside out, but a lot better than the other clubs. Now, number 8 is Leicester. The reason why I put Leicester there is because Jamie Vardy is aging. I feel like he's going to score goals, but he has to slow down sooner or later. His output's going to go down. They still have players in the middle of the park, such as Maddison, such as Tielemans, and such as Ndidi. They do have a midfield. They do have a young squad. They do have exciting prospects. They have Suyuncu at the back. They have Kasper Schmeichel as well in goal, who is actually a really good goalkeeper, but he's just aging now. He's experienced. He's won a Premier League title. They all have. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them have. But the problem I see Leicester having this year is their left back. Chilwell fit their system so nicely, and now that he's gone to Chelsea, it's just going to be a little bit of an upset, isn't it? It just is. And they bought that Atalanta guy, and they might also get Guzans, but they bought the Atalanta left back. I forgot his name. I mean, when I edit this, I might put his name here somewhere. Oh no, the table's going there. Then his name here somewhere. But yeah, that guy, and he's subpar. Now in number 7th, we've got Wolves. The reason why I put Wolves here is because every year they're consistently 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're playing well. They've got a Portuguese team. They've got Nuno Espirito Santos. Is that his name? Wolves have Nuno Espirito Santo, which I was correct about. And he is an excellent manager, excellent coach. They've just bought a £30 million striker who looks promising. Forgot his name as well. Gonna put it here. And yeah, I just think that they will come 7th. I think they've got enough firepower. However, the teams above them are just way better now. And I'm still confused as to how Ruben Neves hasn't left Wolves. He's so much better. I can see him in a top 4 club. I can see him in La Liga playing for Real Madrid or Barcelona, but he's still at Wolves, and fair play to him. So in number 6, I've actually put Chelsea. Now loads of people are probably going to hate me for this. Why did I put Arsenal above Chelsea? Why did I put Spurs above Chelsea? The main reason I did that is because Chelsea have basically bought in 7 players or 6 players that need to go straight into the first team. So firstly, they don't just need to go into the first team, they also need to gel with the rest of the first team. You're bringing in a whole new core that hasn't been tried or tested in the Premier League. Havertz, good potential, looks amazing, amazing player. Can he gel to the Premier League? Can he adapt? Can he adapt with new players? Yeah. Then you have to ask that question about Thiago Silva as well. Can he adapt? Then you have to ask that question about Chilwell. Can he adapt to their playing style? Because Leicester's playing style is different to Chelsea's. So it's not even about the league, it's about the play style and not knowing the rest of the players that are coming in. Then same with Werner. Can he adapt to the play style? Can he adapt to the league? So you've already got 4 players there. And you've got a struggling defence which you've not really boosted with Chilwell. Like Chilwell will fix the left back problem and Thiago Silva will help the centre back problem, but he won't fix it. He's only a temporary measure. He's still slow, he's still old, and you still have to use Zuma, Rudiger or Christensen next to him. And your goalkeeper situation is not sorted yet. I don't know if you guys are going to get Mendy, and if you do get Mendy, then I would say that Chelsea to be 4th or 3rd even. Guys, if you think that my predictions are way off, just let me know, drop it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, do that. Number 5, Arsenal. The reason why I put Arsenal is because they've just beaten Liverpool in the Community Shield, which means that they can beat the big teams. They won the FA Cup, which means they can beat the big teams in a cup competition. Arteta has brought some sort of philosophy that isn't even a Man City philosophy. So I don't know what the philosophy is. The way he's playing is completely different to how Pep sets up his Man City team, and it is actually entertaining to watch. And I'm a rival fan, I'm a United fan, and I actually like watching Arsenal play, and it's a problem. It's a problem. They know how to win silverware now, with a manager who's never won silverware. That is a huge problem, and that's why I think that they will be above Chelsea. They're signing in defence, Gabriel something, good signing, centre-back. That's what they needed. They got Tierney as well, hasn't had the chance due to injuries, but he's here, he's fit now. So it does look like Arsenal will cause a problem. If Pepe comes in, good for them. They've got Pepe, Laka, Aubameyang, Saka up front that can do job. They've got a midfield 3 that can do job. They've got a defence that can actually do job. For the first time, Arsenal have a team that can do job and potentially creep into top 4. But I'm still going to say 5th. Now, controversy. Let's go to White Hart Lane. Let's go to Wembley Stadium and let's say hi to Spurs, because they're going to be our number 4th place team. The reason why I put Spurs at 4th is because of Mourinho. Although I hate his style of play, and maybe it's because of All or Nothing, maybe I've watched that way too much, but on paper Spurs have like an amazing team. They have defence sorted, they got goals sorted, and even if their goalkeeper gets injured, they've still got a quality goalkeeper. They've got midfield sorted, and they've got Harry Kane, probably the best striker in the Premier League. They've got Son, who's amazing. They've got Moura, who's amazing. They've got Dele Alli on his day, who can be brutal. They have a great team. And I do think that Spurs, if fully fit, and that's a huge if fully fit, can make top 4. And I reckon they will be 4th if they don't have major injuries. But it also depends on the progression of Lo Celso, Ndombele, and Gedson Fernandes. Definitely, I think those 3 players are vital to Spurs' success. And even Bergwijn. Now in 3rd place, I'm going to wear red with my chest because it is Manchester United. And I'm going to say it how it is. I am a United fan. But me being a fan has not made me biased to why I put United 3rd. If I was biased, I would have put them ahead of Liverpool. The reason why I put United in 3rd is because on paper we have the best midfield, the best strike combination. The fact that they can interlap right now at such a young age and get even deadlier as the season progresses just amazes me. We don't have Jadon Sancho yet, and hopefully we do, which will be crazy. But if we do get Jadon Sancho, that's Rashford, Martial, Sancho, Greenwood to come off the bench. That is quality off the bench. That is a guy who should be starting in any of the clubs in the Premier League, coming off the bench, yeah, with 2 5-star weak foots or 5-star strong foot. It's mad. But the problem with United isn't even in goal. Like, I don't think that De Gea is a problem. Now that Dean Henderson's there, he's going to compete him. He is going to stop De Gea from being complacent. And I just reckon that De Gea is actually going to do a madness this season. The biggest problem that I see is our defence. And Donny van de Beek coming in won't really help the defence. However, it might allow, if we do play the 4-1-2-1-2 diamond, it might allow CDM such as Matic to come back and cover the defence, which might be a good area. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, amazing right back. Luke Shaw is an amazing left back. I don't care what any of you say, he is quality. Harry Maguire on his day is a great centre back, and Lindelof on his day can be a great centre back. But I just hope this season, like I really do, that Eric Bailly comes good, and if he doesn't come good, I hope that Axel Tuanzebe comes in good, because if he's not injured and he's playing, he plays well. And although he's young, he can progress with the team. I want to see players like McTominay as well grow into stature and take Matic's place this season. The biggest problem for United isn't their starting 11 though, it's their bench. And now that we got Donny van de Beek and potentially Greenwood coming off the bench, we can say bye-bye to players like Daniel James and send them on loan, so that next year or the season after they can actually help us. Now, this is probably no surprise to anybody. In number 2 I've put Liverpool. The reason why I've put Liverpool is, although they've got 195 points in the last 2 seasons, they've not really strengthened yet. They could potentially get Thiago, which would be a great signing. But they're going to lose Wijnaldum, who is also a great player for them. I don't know, it's a bit of a sticky one. I just don't think they have the depth. One bad injury and they're screwed. And the problem with Liverpool is, if they lose Alisson, there's a huge problem. If they lose Van Dijk, there's an even bigger problem. If they lose one of their forwards, Salah or Mane, they lose so many goals. And that you can't replace with Origi or Shaqiri. You just can't do it. So Minamino has to stand strong and do a madness. And if he does, then hats off to him and you guys should get a title. But I hope you don't. Well, actually, that's a bit rude. I hope you know what, I hope United gets the title. I'm just going to say that. But I reckon United 3rd is fair. I reckon Liverpool 2nd is fair. You guys can argue that Chelsea should be 3rd because of the signings they've made, but I just don't believe they'll gel. I hope they do. I hope they do, because it'll be entertaining for the Premier League and it'll be more competition for United if they do well, because then it will also show us how far we are away from them. But yeah, I just think it's going to have to be that way. So I reckon Man City are going to be the champions. The reason why I think they're going to be the champions is because they have the best squad depth in the Premier League and they've just strengthened in centre back. They've just got Ferran Torres as well. And yeah, you can rotate your squad and still have a great squad. They can change their starting 11 and still have a great starting 11, which Liverpool can't do, which United can't do, which Spurs can't do, which Arsenal and even Chelsea can't do. So that's why I reckon they'll be champions this year. Who is going to be the top goal scorer? Top 3. Let's do top 3. So I think in first place is actually going to be Aubameyang again. He's going to help Arsenal. He's going to carry them to 5th. Second, I think it's going to be Werner. I do. I just think that he's the only person who's going to gel for Chelsea. If they come good, I do think it's going to be Werner. And third, I think that it will be Martial. I do. I just think that Martial on his day is probably the most lethal player that I've witnessed in the Premier League. His dribbling ability combined with his cheekiness is just like next to nothing. It's just crazy. I still remember his debut goal against Liverpool. That goal, to score that goal on your debut is just like insane. But guys, if you think that I was wrong, make sure to drop it in the comments down below and let me know where I was wrong, because that would be nice to know. And also, we're going to revisit this at the end of the season and let's see how many I get right. For every one I get right, or every one I get wrong rather, you guys get to decide the forfeit. So drop the forfeits down in the comments and we'll revisit it at the end of the season. Also guys, I mentioned to you guys that there will be a second giveaway. The second giveaway is actually an FPL giveaway. So if you guys want to join the FPL giveaway, the link will be in the description down below. Get joining ASAP. The more of you that join, the more money that I can give away and the more money that you can win. So just enjoy it, right? And if you guys want to participate as well with your predictions, put your top 4, your bottom 3 in the comments down below. And if you're correct, one of you could get £20. Alright, so if you enjoyed this content and want to see more of it, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share. It's been your boy Manni.